Hello guys, I'm Miss Perla. Welcome to your first lesson. This class is gonna be for stopwatch 4. I hope you learn a lot and you enjoy it. Let's start. Okay, today we are going to start working on Unit 7. The title for this unit is How Adventurous Are You? We are going to work with the vocabulary part of this unit. In this lesson, we are focusing in adjectives, but not just any adjectives. We are going to work on adjectives that end with ed and ing. I will explain you which is the difference between the adjectives with ed and the adjectives with ing. The adjectives with ing we are going to use to describe the characteristic of a person, characteristic of a thing, characteristic of a place. For example, it's amazing, it's interesting, it's tiring. While the adjectives that end with ed we are going to use to tell us how people feel about something. It's more about emotions. For example, I was very bored in the math lesson. How I feel bored. I was surprised to see Helen. How I was surprised. I feel surprised. So, the difference between adjectives with ed and ing is that adjectives with ed we are going to use to describe how people feel about something, while the adjectives that end with ing we are going to use to talk about the characteristics of a person, a thing, or a place. We are going to watch a video with one example. I hope you enjoy. Please pay attention.
Blah 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 blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
If you notice, in this video, we have the same adjective with different ending. For example, bored, finish with ed, and boring, finish with ing. Remember, the difference between these two kinds of adjectives is that if the adjective finish with ed, we are going to use to talk about how I feel, while the second one, boring, that it finished with ing, we are going to use to talk about the characteristic of a person or a thing. Remember, if you want to talk about the thing of a person that causes that feeling, you are going to use adjectives with ing. Let's continue with the video.
Blah, blah.
Okay, let's continue with the class.
Blah.
We have two sentences. The first one says, is he bored? And the second one says, is he boring? Could you tell me, please, what is the difference between these two sentences? Exactly. The adjective has different ending. For example, in the first one, the adjective ends with ed, while in the second one, the adjective ends with ing. Could you please tell me another difference between these two sentences? Exactly. In the first one, is he bored? Means that he feels bored. It's an emotion. He feels bored. While in the second one, is he boring? It's talking about how is he, a characteristic of he. He is a boring person. He is not interesting. Yes, did you notice the difference? Okay. We are going to observe this picture. We have these sentences. The lesson was, what do you think? What is the correct answer? Bored or boring? Exactly, the lesson was boring. Why boring? Because remember, we are going to write the adjective with ing if we are talking about a characteristic of something. In this case, we are talking about how is the lesson. The lesson is boring. The next one. The students are during the lesson. What do you think is bored or boring? Did you have the answer? Excellent. The correct answer is bored. Why bored? Because we are talking about the feelings about the students, how they feel. They feel bored with the lesson. Okay, we have another example. We are all surprised by the news. In this case, we write the adjective with ed because we are talking about an emotion. How we feel. We feel surprised. The next one. The news is, what do you think? With ing or with ed? Exactly, with ing, the news is surprising. Why surprising? Because we are talking about how is the news, a characteristic of a news. So that's why it's with ing. The next one. I wasn't nervous before the exam. I was, what do you think? Relaxed or relaxing? Exactly, with ed. Why? Because we are talking about how I feel before the exam. It's an emotion. And remember, when we're talking about emotion or feelings, we are going to write the adjective with ed. The next one, it's an example. Were you disappointed by the film? We are going to write the adjective with ed because we are talking about how I feel about the film. While in this example, the film was disappointing, we write the adjective with ing because we are talking about how was the film, a characteristic of a film. Yes? It's more clear now? Excellent. We are going to continue. I'm in your idea. The correct answer is I'm interested in your idea with ed. The next one. Your idea is interesting. We write the adjective with ing because we are talking about how is your idea, what I think about your idea. I think that is interesting. That's why I write the adjective with ing. He was excited by the game ended. In this case, we are talking about how he feels. So that's why we write the he feels. That's why we write the adjective with ed. The end of the game was exciting. So in this case, we are describing how was the game. The game was exciting. That's why we write the adjective with ing. I was very tired at the end of the journey. I feel tired, that's why I write the adjective with ed, because it's a feeling. The journey was tiring. How was the journey? The journey was tiring. I'm describing how was the journey. That's why I write the adjectives with ing. The next one. I went for a relaxing walk. What do you think we write the adjective with ing? Do you have an idea? Exactly. We write the adjective with ing because we are talking about how was the walk. Was relaxing. We are describing. So that's why we write the adjective with ing. Okay, so now so now you can say the difference between he is bored and he is boring. As I told you at the beginning of the class, he is bored means that he feels bored. It's an emotion while he is boring. We are talking about how is he, a characteristic of him. So now we are going to watch another video with more examples. Please pay attention and enjoy. Okay, guys. So in conclusion, we are going to use adjectives with ed to describe how we feel. And we are going to use adjectives with ing to talk about the characteristic of a person, a thing, or a place. Also, we are going to use to describe people or things which give us these feelings. For example, Sam is excited or the football match is exciting. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the lesson. You learned a lot. If you have any questions, please make and let me know through the class. And I'll see you later. Thank you so much and bye bye.